Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is yet another absolutely wonderful Tuesday. I am your host, Tennille Thomas. This is I'm Just Saying Live. And you know, I can't forget my fellas because they is ready and they on deck. And boy, have we got some conversations for you guys today. So first up, where's my partner for life, Mr. Call Me Ant?
Good morning, people. You know what time this your boy. Back in the house, 2024.
It's so cute. I'm looking at your tag underneath there that you threw up there real quick. And I think you're missing the underscore, but it's okay. That's funny. That's what I'm Just Saying Live is all about. Y'all gonna get it live and real every time. So make sure you guys follow him on Instagram at callme_and_. Now, you also know that we got our sports guru over here on the thing who also likes to give his opinion of absolutely everything. Coach Up, what's up?
What's happening? You know what's up? What's
Listen, we got all our hashtags over there where you can go and follow us on social media. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick the show off like we always like to do. With the weekend recap. Okay? We like the weekend recap. Now, I'm going to just put this collage up here for our weekend recap. Now, the picture top right, okay? I hope it's on y'all's right as well. I was looking real cute, went out to an event. I thought I was going to a ladies' tea party. Now, only the people who have access to my Snapchat know what happened. I got turned away at the door. Baby, I was dressed to the nines, thought I was about to be doing it, and no. They definitely turned me around at the door, but I guess that's my fault. I'm gonna take that one for 2024, okay? Next, the group of us. We went out to the album release party for Dott, ladies and gentlemen. Not only was it his birthday, but there was a slew of performers. There were dancers. There was everything. We had a great time. Don't get me wrong. Thank you so much, Euphoria, for putting on this event. It was absolutely amazing. Lots of people had fun. They was getting down on the floor. Okay. If you want to see the video, that I dropped with all the different, I guess the reel with all the stuff on it, just go over and check out at IJS Live. That's where we post all our little funny stuff from our weekends and things of this nature. But we do have a brief interview with him later coming up in the show for y'all to be able to watch. Next, it was time for me to get together with my rodeo girls. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't know. I'm not saying it's rodeo season or whatever because that lasts all year long. But when it is time to work the actual Houston livestock show and rodeo, we have all kinds of fun meetings and parties. And there's a picture there with me and some of the girls who are on my rodeo committee. And so we had a good time. We definitely had libations, and food and things of that nature. So that was the weekend for me. Now, Tuck, tell us about your weekend.
I mean, I spent part of it with you. We had fun at Dott's release party. Man, I had a great time. And for me, I just spent time with my kids, man. My weekend with the kid, my week with the kids. So we just kind of, and it was cold, man. What's going on in Houston? It's been cold these past couple weeks, like freezing.
The weather, you see, I've got a fluffy sweater on today. The weather has been doing a lot. Okay, that's all we're gonna say. The weather been doing a lot. It's going back and forth. It has also given me some kind of nasally, cold sounding, whatever. We also want to say good morning to B. Jones. Thank you so much for popping on. I'm gonna make sure that I share this to a couple of other people while the guys are talking because some people said that they wanted to make sure that they were on today. Y'all, we are going to be having a conversation. Now, I know the weather is fickle, but we're going to be having a conversation about perspectives today. P.O.V. Everybody's putting P.O.V. out there on their social media posts because they want to discuss their point of view. Now, this is the show for point of views. We all got point of views. They may not all be the same, but we ain't judging nobody about their point of view. But today, we're definitely going to talk about perspectives. We're going to talk about this weather because now it's raining and warm after we went to cold. I don't want to call it dry because it wasn't dry then either. I don't know. Yeah, the weather's all over the place.
Yeah, well, we had a freeze last week, and then we had just sub sub-freezing temperatures for multiple days.
This boy says
Luckily, it's been raining all week, last few days. So luckily, we haven't had, any sub-freezing temperatures yet. Thankfully, it's been warm, but it's been super wet. It's gonna be raining all week. I'm mad. Go ahead.
B said it ain't cold out here at all. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you want to join in the conversation or if you'd like to be a guest on the show, all you have to do is hit us up at IJS Live on Instagram, or you can email us at imjustsayinglive@gmail.com. Now, we're about to get into a couple of news topics because, Tucker, I know you had some things that you wanted to talk about. First, I want to just throw out there that, I'm part of Rotary. So I always know when people are on the forefront of fighting malaria. And I just have to say that, America has made a milestone when it comes to fighting malaria in other countries. So applause to that. And then I know Chuck wanted to get into the political realm of things. So let's talk about what's going to be going down today in New Hampshire, because you wanted to talk about the second nominating contest, if you will. I know you wanted to bring that up because you were asking what was going to be going on. We're going to talk about Joe Biden a little bit and the things that are going on. Nikki Haley, Donald Trump. Where you want to start, Tuck?
Well, so the Republican primary is today for New Hampshire, and basically what they're doing is they're selecting who's going to be the nominee for the Republican Party, right? And so there's been an overwhelming like Trump has this big lead, and so you see now DeSantis has dropped out. So if you know the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, he dropped out, and then now you have basically Nikki Haley
also need to tell what
Donald
position
Trump.
he was in, because I think that that's very important for people to know.
He was in the second, so he was number 2.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so he was number 2, but he still was he was 10 points ahead of Nikki, but like 30 points behind Trump. So he was like, I'm not gonna win this. So he dropped out. Assuming he's gonna wind up endorsing Trump.
Do you feel like that was a smart decision?
I think so.
Anthony, you can chime in at any time.
Well,
okay.
I think it was a smart decision just because he's thinking about his political future going forward in 2028, which is a smart move within the Republican Party. I'm not I don't lean toward either party. I'm more so toward what my beliefs, who align with my beliefs and morals, and kind of how I want to move and operate in America. So that's how I lean, more so. But when it comes to, in particular, this particular issue with the New Hampshire primary, there's going to be pressure, I think, for Trump to pick Nikki Haley as his running mate. And I just want to say, just put this out there. No, don't do it.
What you say, don't do it? Tuck is definitely against Nikki Haley. Do you think that because, she's riding on the ticket saying that America is ready for something different? She is saying that both of the guys basically are too old. So do you think she would even accept that nomination?
Well, yeah, because here's the thing, and it would scare me, but she would accept it because it's one foot in the door, right? And so my thing is, she's of the establishment, and I don't think Trump. If you know anything about Trump, his campaign, how he moves, he's an anti-establishment, right? He's kind of always bucked the system, and I don't think that goes along with his views and what he's trying to do. He's trying to pull out of Ukraine. He's trying to pull out of Israel, and Nikki Haley's like war, and so I think there's a contrasting of views and kind of how to move the country forward. So that's why I don't think it will work.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
There's a reason.
There's definitely our takes on those things. I'm not at this point necessarily for or against Nikki, because I think that she is definitely diving into a place, like the unknown abyss, if you will, because we have not had a woman president. I think that people are definitely looking for something different. I agree with that. Do I think that she will beat Trump if it comes to that? No, I do not. America, again, I don't know if the men of America are ready for a woman president.
No, they're not.
I don't think that's the problem. To be honest, I think it's kind of, but it's the person. I think it's more so like look at your record and what you've done in your political career. You weren't worth as much coming into your political career, but now you've 20x fold your net worth, and your husband, you are part of these boards of these defense contractors, which by the way profit from war, which you're trying to do. You're propagating. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, you stating that their record should speak volume when it comes to the political party or the individual,
Correct.
but when it comes to a woman, they're not going to look at it like that. First thing they're going to say, this is a woman, and they're going to say no. I mean, it took years for us to get an African American in office, so it's still going to be a while before they even consider a female.
I don't know, man. I think we would consider the female if the female had the correct political views, or the views that align with what the voters would vote for. I think if you can sell yourself to the voters as a person that's for the people, and not for agendas, and trying to, if you don't put yourself out there as like, hey, I am a woman running for president, and you're just more so focused on the issues, I think that would go a long way than throwing up a fact that you're a woman or you're trying to be the first this or that to be a president. Focus more on your record and kind of your duties.
I would like to think that America was that ready, but I just don't feel. I just don't agree that they're ready for that. I think that they would keep her out just because. I hate to say that. This I'm just saying though, but. So here we are. Other countries don't respect women. Now, I'm going to tell you, that is one of the main reasons that I feel like America is not ready, because she can't go anywhere and render respect. Here, we may be a little different, but it to them, they definitely don't want to see a woman coming in there trying to run them and tell them how their business should go, period. And so I think it would have a detrimental factor. I don't want it to be that way.
Geopolitical detriment, yes. I agree with you there. I'm not even going to lie. It's not about us. It's about other countries.
UCB Jones says, whoever gives me the reparations, that's who I'm for. I'm just saying. I'm just saying too. I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to be a whole flip situation. Y'all give me 40 acres. I'm not lying.
Yeah, y'all don't want that for real. Y'all don't want the repercussions of what would happen. Reparations.
So what would be the repercussions? And then we're going to get off of this, because I just have to have that.
So think about it like this. If the government was to just hand out money, how would they pay for it? Number one. Number two, if they just print money to pay for it, you know what that would do to inflation? It's like you got inflation now giving out stimmy checks.
I want the stuff that they promised us in the first. Give me some property. Give me property. If they give us something that's tangible, because I don't feel like money is tangible, especially not right now with way digital currency and things of this nature are popping up all over the place. We were going to discuss that today too, but I think we're going to run out of time because I know you don't have that much time. This is crazy. To me, it's crazy. If you give us some property, something real and tangible, I think we might be able to make it a little different. We might be able to make some shake.
I agree with that, but I think that's.
I know it's gonna be some people who mess up now. I know it's gonna be some people who mess up real bad. Okay. Anyway, before we go too far, before we get off on our tangents, I did have some other news topics to talk about, but we're not going to talk about those right now because we have some upcoming events that I want to share with you guys, because y'all know Mardi Gras is coming up. Okay. So we got to make sure that y'all know, where to go and hang out and have a little bit of fun. Cause I'm just saying live, and we like to be outside live, and we like y'all inviting us to your events and things of this nature so we can look like some superstars like we are. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it like this. It says half of the folks going to give back the money. You know what? They are probably going to give it back. But anyway, I'm glad you said something, V. Jones, because the 2024 season for Denver Dynasty is out, ladies and gentlemen. Please find a way to support these ladies. I'm gonna tell y'all have no idea how much work goes into the behind the scenes of a semi-pro women's team that travels. Not only do they need money, do they need rearing and rendering, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that go on with ladies. They're still trying to raise families, you know, there's all this stuff going on. And I'm not saying that men are not, because we want you to support the guys too, but a lot less participants show up at the women's games. So the full season is here. They're going to be traveling all over the place. So make sure you take time to go over to denverdynasty.com. You can see this full schedule there. And if it's your city, because I know that y'all see this show all over the place, if it is your city, pop out, buy a ticket, do that. Okay.
Pull up.
And they are not the only women's team. So I'm sure that there's a women's team near you that you need to support as well. So please do that. Now, I see we got some other comments over here before I pop to my next one. It says, Abby DeSantis finally bowed out because Trump will win the nomination. Haley is, okay, gotcha. Next, baby, they trying to get it straight over there, ain't they? They trying to get it straight. Now, up next, Fat Tuesday. Now, y'all know I love a good Fat Tuesday party. I know a lot of people don't even know what Fat Tuesday means, but they know that they about to get down. Now, this is a Zydeco event, and y'all know I love Zydeco events. This is one where you can go and get in the building for free, okay? Because I know y'all watching them coins. Noonie will be performing at Jack's, ladies and gentlemen, on February the 13th. Now, I have to start saying this because people say, you said you was going to be in such a... No. I didn't say I was going to be there. I'm trying to give you something to do that I thought would be fun for you to do, okay? Because I'm going to be in D.C. We are going to go and check out the National Museum of African American History in February, okay, during Black History Month. That's what we're going to do. I didn't even realize it's going to fall like that, but it is what it is. That's when my kids get the longest break from school. But if you are looking for a good time, I'm going to tell you this place is going to be packed. You're going to be able to get your food. You're going to be able to be on the patio and on the inside, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you go and check that out. Now, also remember that AUA is still looking for committee members and volunteers. I think we've got the board all squared away, but we do need committee members and volunteers. Please go over to auacharity.com today, ladies and gentlemen, and check out if you meet the requirements for a committee member or a volunteer. We would love to have you on our team because we have some really big stuff planned for 2024, and I cannot wait for this underwear run. I already got people trying to back out on me, talking about they don't think they need to be in their skivvies. That's cool. Wear your tights, wear your costume. But, you know, there are plenty of companies out there that sell underwear that you can get out there and run in. They look like they run ready, okay?
Yes.
So we're going to keep the show pushing, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we're going to do. But I need y'all to make sure that y'all go check that out, okay? Please go and do that. Now, I got some more comments over here.
Yeah, we got some comments rolling in.
Go ahead and read through them little comments. Catch back up to where we were so that everybody can see the comments that were coming through. And then we will jump into our interview with Dott at his birthday / album release party. You can read it out.
So lived in Houston for 20 plus years and never participated in the Mardi Gras celebration in any way. Got to put that on my list. Got to. It's fun. Mardi Gras anywhere is fun, but you know, it's a little different here in Houston because, you know, there's a lot of Louisiana people here. So, you know, it definitely hits a little
I'm
bit
definitely in agreement with that. I've been to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. It was very overwhelming for someone who has not ever been. I'm just gonna say that. It'd be a lot going on. But here in Houston, I have also had some really fun celebrations, especially with the Fat Tuesday, where you can go out and hang out, you know, with your normal friends. You can get dressed up because, you know, costumes are welcomed. So it's always a really good time. And we do also go down to Galveston. Anthony, would you like to tell a little bit about Galveston's Mardi Gras?
Yeah, if you can't make it to the Houston events, any of that going on in Houston, you could go to Galveston. It starts February the 2nd and all the way to February the 13th. And they have the first parade is downtown Galveston. And then they move from there, and then they go down on Seawall Boulevard, where a lot of people like to hang out on Seawall. And they do like 2 parades per day, 2 parades twice on the weekend. And then during the weekday, they have stuff going on downtown Galveston. But it's a lot of fun. You have a lot of schools come through there. You have a lot of everything. If you want to see different events, they throw away beads, candy, a lot of entertainment for the kids. And hey, it's fun. Now every time we go, we take our camper. We have our cousins and uncles and aunts down there. We have a cousin, she be on the mic with our own personal music. We have food, and it's a lot of entertainment. We enjoy ourselves with family and friends for the parade. So come on down there to the Mardi Gras in Galveston.
I'm going to tell you, if you want some family fun and you want to be able to bring your kids, because y'all know that we are advocates for families doing things together. Now, you might see a few little things that might be a little risque, but they ain't going to be like the other event. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's more a family Mardi Gras.
It'd be a good warm up for your kids if you plan on them attending Mardi Gras celebrations with you in the future, if you will. And we like to do everything as a family. So Galveston Mardi Gras is absolutely perfect for us because they get used to, running and reaching for the beads. We're all together. People might be drinking, laughing, and talking, but there's also music pumping, dancing in the streets. So they get the full vibe of the Mardi Gras celebration and how it goes. So we absolutely love that.
That's my favorite time is when everybody, all different races, music be going on. People from one side of the street, other side of the street, everybody be in the middle of the street, just dancing, to some of the line dances and having fun and eating with us. So come on down.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of parties, we're going to jump into this interview with Dott. I did ask him a very few questions in regards to what was going on that night. We had fun. I'm going to pop all of us down, and then we're going to pop him up. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's a little conversation with the real Dott about his music and where he feels like it's going from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tennille Thomas and real Dott album so excited. I talked to her. So really that stuff. We're talking about people respecting the music. We're talking about music actually supporting. So what do you have to say about the music right now?
I'm just thankful, like I said, the support, as you know, not in the story. I can tell me.
You think your looks help out with that? So again, like I said, I've been going for quite some time. I'm Now y'all see my face. Look. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't
The
know what
sound was
my
better though. I thought the sound was better there.
it sound better on my computer than it did there. I don't know what was going on, but y'all,
I have to track it out.
So sorry. We'll figure that one out next time we get outside. I'm glad we didn't lose. I'm glad we didn't lose y'all with that.
We were jamming to the music. I don't know. I was like,
right. It was like, oh my God.
Yes, sir.
It was so much. We love the music, but golly, I was like, man. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep the show pushing. I hope you enjoyed that or whatever. This I'm just saying live. Sometimes when the live go down, the live don't do right. Anyway,
it's live. It is what it is.
Let me keep on pushing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all been waiting on this, and I just had to drag it out as long as I could. But it's time for sports with the fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say this before y'all get into it. Anthony, I was about to say big. Anthony was upset after every game. It was like he was having upsets every doggone game. So, fellas, go ahead. Sports with the fellas, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead, and you can start it off.
Well, we're gonna backpedal since she talking about me with my upsets. You know, the Cowboys lost, then the Texans lost, then Buffalo lost, then Green Bay. I'm like, damn, can't nobody win? I'm trying to go for the underdogs. You know, KC done got how many championships? Or been there how many times? So you know, I like to see somebody else in there get something every now and then. I like to see Lamar Jackson go all the way with Baltimore. They look pretty good. Yeah. But, you know, Baltimore got their work cut out for them. And then Detroit. Where did Detroit come from? I mean, Detroit just making some noise for real.
Well, I seen the momentum with Detroit last year, man. They ended the season strong. They beat a lot of playoff teams at the end of last year. I'm personally rooting for Lamar Jackson. I think it's fitting the way everything's set up for him because it's only right that he has to beat Patrick Mahomes to make it to the Super Bowl, I think. And so I think if he gets over this hump, man, I'm personally rooting for him because to me, he's the, you know, we talk about black quarterbacks, we talk about this, we talk about the stigma that they have. He's like the most I guess he's the most that they would say rough around the edges, right? You know, he has that, he does things in his own way, and I love that. I love that about him. He has his mom negotiate his contract. You know what I'm saying? He was told he was going, they were going to running back and wide receiver coming out of college, and no, he stuck at quarterback. Even last year when, you know, his contract was up, he goes into free agency. No teams wanted to sign him. All these teams need a quarterback in the NFL. Nobody signs him. He winds up on the franchise tag back with Baltimore. They you know, they work out a little deal or whatever, but still it's like he has to keep proving people wrong, and I'm rooting for him, man. I really, really hope that he makes it over this hump and we actually not just make it to the Super Bowl, but wins it.
So you consider them like a underdog since nobody really, they act like they don't want to deal with him? They looking at him as an underdog or somebody they just feel as though can't pull it off.
You know how it is, man. Like if it don't look how they want it to look or how the establishment wants it to look, they don't know what to do with it. They shy away from it. You know, people feel things they don't understand. So until you have some understanding, and that's why I give credit to Ozzie Newsome who drafted him, and also John Harbaugh, because they took the time to understand what this man is and what he brings to the table, not only athletically, but as a leader on the team. And so they understand his tenacity. He's a dog on every level, every sense of the word. And, you know, you kind of want that in your locker room as your leader. And it looks a little different. It's wrapped in a different package. He's probably the most athletic quarterback, right, ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's even more athletic to me than Vic. And so you take it to come on, like you take it to those levels, and it's like people don't know what to do with that because he's not that traditional guy. And then he kind of changed the game because nowadays you have to be mobile. Those days of sitting back and drop back in the pocket, not being able to to move around and manipulate the pocket or even scramble, those days are over with.
Yeah, that's
Like, it's over.
1970-ish right there. So who
Yeah,
you looking
it's over
for?
with.
Oh, okay. You say you're looking for Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, to come out and go all the way. So who you looking for over here with KC? KC, Frisco.
Oh, you mean with Frisco and Detroit?
Yeah, Frisco, Detroit. Sorry.
That's a tough one for me, man. Because I'm rooting for Detroit. I am. I just think San Francisco is really tough. It's man, they're really tough, man. It's going to be a hard. I think of the two games. Well, I'll take that back. I think both of these games are going to be very close. Um, in the championship games, it comes down to who's going to make those plays and who has been there and has that experience. And I don't think Detroit has enough experience to make those plays when they need it. Hopefully the lights aren't too bright for them.
That's what it boiled down to in the end. Experience. And we seen it with some of the other big games where Josh Allen made, a bad decision, bad decisions cost you at the end of the games or, critical times. But, and I want to comment on B. B. Jones said, the good thing I wasn't betting. And I'm glad I wasn't betting because, hey, them points that they were putting out there, the 10s and 9s, hey, man, I'm like, that's too many points to be giving up. These teams covered the point spread in the end, toward the end, and it was like, with the exception of Buffalo, everything else, KC and Buffalo. Other than that, hey, this scoring has been different. Been some great games.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy, I think he has enough experience and a nice lineup to go ahead and take it all the way to the Super Bowl.
They will, if they win, I'll say this. If they win, it won't necessarily be because Brock Purdy is like that dude. But if they lose, it'll be because he played bad. Because all he have to do is just get the ball out to the playmakers.
And that's the thing. He takes his time over 80% of the time and make good decisions on who to pass the ball to, and sometimes he holds it a little too long, but I feel as though he made good decisions.
Yeah, he's definitely a good decision maker. That's why he's a starter. And he's been consistent, man. Like I don't take anything away from him, but he hasn't had to carry the team.
Right.
And I think that's the difference. And that's the levels of quarterback.
Like Lamar pretty much carrying the team.
Exactly. He's been carrying that team since he's been the starter. Like they don't go unless he go. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a different levels to things. And when you start heaping these praises on these quarterbacks and these players, you got to understand the situation they in and what are they really asked to do on the team and for the team.
Well, I don't nobody really stopping Baltimore, especially when you got Ray Lewis on the side and in the locker room pumping everybody up. Ray's still a big influencer to that team over there.
I'll say this. It's a good thing that they're playing in Baltimore. That works. That really helps them. I'm rooting, like I said, I'm rooting for him. It's my person. It's going to be a tough game because Patrick Mahomes scares the bejesus out of me. Man, and like that team, you never, like they're dangerous. I mean, they can score from anywhere. So it's one of those things where Baltimore better be ready to play. They better be, all the T's crossed, all the I's dotted, and ready to go, man.
One other thing before we give it back
I was about to touch it because he said something good when he was talking about scoring from everywhere. But keep going. Go ahead, say what you got to say. I ain't gonna cut you.
Hey, what do you think about the fans throwing snowballs at Patrick Mahomes and other teams when they on the sideline or every time?
That's normal. That's normal.
That's not normal.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
In areas where there is snow is thrown, baby. Please believe me.
I don't know. That's assault. That's like equivalent to throwing a water bottle or something. Like, I don't know about that.
Remember a long time ago when somebody got in trouble because they had actually putting rocks inside of the snowball to throw it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, they got it. NFL got to do better.
What you think in protecting the players, if you will?
Yeah, because
these got here.
Players.
Oh, we saw that already. Okay.
But okay.
All righty.
I did want to touch on the Dana White situation and the whole Sean Strickland thing, but I'll touch on that. Hit me on social media. I'll touch on that.
Okay, I was about to say if you want to get in real quick, if you want to pop it out there, we know this on your mind, I guess at this point.
Well, no, it's a bit long, and we ain't got time, so it's okay. But I'll elaborate at real.
We're also going to talk about golf
Coach
in just a second because a 20-year-old won the PGA, ladies and gentlemen. He took home a purse of $1.5 million. Let my 18-year-old, 19, 20-year-old come home with $1.5 million for something that they've come to know and love. I know that his family, I'm sure, has put in so much money in his career already, but it was a shocker because he has not really had any major wins up until this point. How do y'all feel about that? We're talking sports. We're talking when that epiphany comes and you realize, he got something.
It's the beginning of a new era. That means that child is going to continue to be successful, but that's a great accomplishment for your child.
Yeah, I think golf probably needed this at this moment because people have been trying to hold on to Tiger forever, People have been trying to hold on to Tiger forever. And, I know that other people have come along since, but people were still looking for something. And this may be the next standout star. What do you think about that?
I want to know about that, but it is good. I'm happy for him and his family. I'm happy that, and it's very, I'm always happy when young people achieve great things, man. Like, that lets me know that we're in good hands and everything's going to be okay in the future. So when the young people are achieving high goals and they're setting their sights on the moon, I love it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely down with it. I told y'all I'm down for the youngsters. They are definitely doing big things when it comes to all these things that we never thought, because none of them, we don't feel like they have any drive. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see it for sports as a whole. We know that there are some of you still out there who are pushing to succeed in the sports realm. Ladies and gentlemen, that was sports with the fellas. Now, before we get into our discussion topic, y'all know that we need to do a little bit of entertainment news. So I'm going to just drop this right here. I know y'all saw it on social media. Eddie Murphy's son, Eric, and Martin Lawrence's daughter, Jasmine, are engaged. Now, y'all know they have known each other since they was little bitty. So for me, this is weird, but it's also kind of because y'all was raised as sister, cousin, brother with Martin Lawrence, and Eddie Murphy used to hang out all the time. And so it is what it is. What y'all got to say about this, fellas?
Why you say it's kind of weird?
If you're raised in close proximity with someone, I think they always feel more like a cousin.
No,
not necessarily, because like, think about it. Dating in the back in the day, like before social media and things like that, you dated
for women. I'm gonna say this for women. I don't look at people who been at all the fucking family functions.
So you're looking at them as a friend, a family member.
They're a family member friend. That.
Well, guys don't look at it like that.
And most women's parents be like, since they know all his business, they're gonna be like, girl, but you be talking to him. He this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah.
You see what B. Jones say?
They ain't gonna want you to talk to him.
Yeah, she took the words right out of her mouth.
I know that. That's why I'm giving the woman's perspective. Oh my God.
We understand that, but we just stated that men don't never ever look at it like that.
Well, but that's what I'm telling you that women do.
You not my blood, so hey.
I'm giving you my perspective.
No.
Anyway. Moving forward, Dexter Scott King, younger son of Martin Luther King Jr., dies at 62.
Moving on.
And moving on, that's what you said. You get on my nerves.
No. No. Go back.
Post. Here we are with the Black Excellence Post. Burna Boy makes history, becoming the first African artist to perform at the Grammys. Now, I know that we should not still be talking about firsts.
He's the first.
He is the very first African to perform at the Grammys. And I went and fact checked it, and I could not find any other information except for the fact that he is the very first one in 2024.
So Michael Jackson?
He won an award.
Okay.
Beyonce won an award.
Okay. I thought
The
Michael Jackson.
very first Grammys. Ella, what's her name? Not Ella was it Ella Fitzgerald? I'm trying to think. And what's the other guy name? Kind of Coltrane, something like that. They both received awards at the very first. He's African though, y'all. See, so maybe black might be something different.
Okay. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our affirmation for today. This is going to tie right into wait, it said no, it's African, not a black person. Okay, right. Okay, B put the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. It says things go wrong. Oh, this is our affirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Things go wrong so that you can appreciate when they go right. And sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Now, this is a quote by Marilyn Monroe.
Amen.
Today, what you say amen to that? Tell us how you feel about that. Do you feel like everything has its purpose, fellas?
I do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that everything that we hold dear, and we try to cherish, you know, you gotta I look at it like this. You have to make sure that you keep your perspective in a positive, and so that's kind of what this is alluding to. Like, hey, don't, just because the situation falls apart, it may be opening up some doors and making room for that thing that's better in your life. And so don't have necessarily you have to understand that when you're moving on, you have to cut those emotional attachments to those things to make room for what do you want better in your life. Otherwise, you can't bring anything better when there's something already there. So, that's how I see it.
Right. I completely understand. And I wanted to change gears, here, because we're going to move into a conversation about perspectives, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to know that we are about to talk a little bit about life and the different things and different ways people see things because of their experiences. So, like Tucker said, things that definitely happen for a reason. But I want you also, Anthony, to give your opinion of this discussion topic, if you will.
Well, my opinion is, well, in general, it always dates back to a relationship. With me, you could be in a bad relationship for as marriage, friendship, or whatever. It could be any type of relationship. But if it's not meant, yeah, you can go through some bad things. It's going to fall apart. And God, or the higher being, or however you look at it, better things are yet to come. So, just because it started off bad, or it started off good, then it got rough or it got bad. If it wasn't meant for you, hey, it's not meant for you. But best believe something better is gonna come along. And like I say, it could be your job, it could be your relationship, it could be your marriage, it could be your friendship, it could be whatever. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And things will get better long as you continue to, strive forward.
Well, let's jump right on in. It is time to talk perspective. It is time to talk point of view, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're going through this. We're talking about our points of view. We're going to have this conversation real quick. A lot of people see things in ways that we feel like are construed, right? And you saying it could be a lie. It's not a lie because it's true to them. What do you feel like influences your perspective or your outlook on life? Because a perspective is nothing but your personal outlook or view, right? Let's agree on that at first. So who would like to jump in? Who would like to jump in there?
Go. So say the question one more time.
What I want to know is, what do you feel are your defining factors when it comes to your point of view in life? Where do we get that from? Let's start there. Let's start at the very beginning. Let's start at the bottom layer.
Your perspective is formed from your childhood, your environment, how you were treated as a baby, toddler, kid. That formulated your perspective on how your place is in your family, in your family structure, and also and that kind of projected out to how what you're self-confident, what you thought about yourself, and how you move throughout life. And you build upon that, and then you go, and then you have what we call experiences, right? And so those things start to affect our perspective based on our initial point of position. So your initial environment, where you grow up, what's poured into you as far as morals, values, your behaviors that was tolerated. Did you get any corrective action? Were you disciplined? Um, did you have a structure at home? All those things tie into your perspective and how you move or operate, in my opinion.
Okay, Anthony.
I agree 100% what he stated, because, like I said, it all comes from your upbringing. Some people are brought up to believe certain things that are actually not true, and then when they find out, it's up to you to change it or make it better. But that's still their perspective or point of view on certain things. But technically, all in all, it's nothing but our opinion on life, on how we were reared and how we look at things. And a lot of time we all just agree to certain things, and a lot of time we agree to disagree because we all were brought up a certain way. But we're gonna agree that this is green, but green doesn't make it right.
Okay. You're even though the sky is blue and somebody else saying it's green because somebody told them that when they were little, it doesn't make it right. And I believe that is absolutely true. But talking perspectives, can we judge somebody by those standards because of their past experiences? Can we say that your point of view, your opinion is yet a fact? It's
No.
a fact to that person, but it's not really a fact in my eyes.
No, you have facts, and then you have opinions, and
Those
facts
I
don't
think it's
change.
tricky. I think it's trickier than what you. I think it's a little bit more sticky than that because you can really mentally make something a fact in your head. It becomes a fact for you because you start moving in a way that surrounds yourself in different things because of that.
Yeah,
You don't think
but
it's possible?
you just no, you allow, but see that you allow. See, that's the problem where
B
we are
says
now.
we must learn to respect other perspectives as well. Just because my experience is not yours, so no, it's not a fact at all. Okay,
I totally agree. Totally agree.
And that's
my only problem. No.
It's basically an opinion, unless it's a proven fact that we can actually prove. Like, if in measurement, we all know 1,000 pounds of flour and 1,000 pounds of feather, it's still 1,000 pounds. But some people say, well, the flour weigh more than the feather. Well, that's your opinion. It's not facts.
The fact is they both weigh the same.
Exactly.
It's just one is flowers, one is flour, one is feather. And see, that's where we got to start understanding. Like
Nikki says, facts change. Truth is truth.
Facts don't change. The fact is a fact.
Yeah.
Is it a fact that what Atlanta is the capital of Georgia? Is that not a fact?
That's a fact.
Now people may not like Atlanta, or let's say people live in Savannah or Augusta or wherever, but that don't change the fact that it's Atlanta. Atlanta is the capital of Georgia. Like, you can hate the city, you can hate the mayor, you can hate whatever.
Facts
That's
don't
all I'm saying.
change.
Just maybe a bad example, but
an actual fact doesn't change, right?
Right.
Okay, so we have
unless time. Well, I guess a fact could change because what if they changed it to whatever? I get, changed it to another state. Right now, it is that.
It wasn't a fact. It was a lie. They said Christopher Columbus discovered America. He didn't discover America. That was a lie. But it was a fact that they manufactured that was a lie, actually. But you realize.
I'm gonna throw a couple before. Go ahead. What you want to say?
History. See, that's history. History is written by the victor. You can't say that's necessarily a fact. You know what I'm saying? Fact is like gravity is a fact.
And that's one of the reasons I wanted to have this conversation, because I think a lot of people have made facts in their head. And that's what I was saying earlier. I think a lot of people have made things fact in their head and in their everyday lives that ain't real, y'all. You got to stop being delusional about things, about relationships. These people that we're coming in contact with every day, you're making these things a reality because of how you were raised, because and I have a hard time working with this. I'm not gonna lie. I am who I am. And a lot of people say, you can't just say because you did this or you did that. Baby, but that's what it is for me. That's real for me every day until I'm able to get past that. But before we go off into that too far, I'm going to throw out a couple of things out here, and I want a couple of perspectives, and I want you guys to be able to tell me if you feel this is, true life perspective, if you agree with it, how you feel. So let's get down and dirty in these comments. Thank you for sticking with us, y'all. This is I'm Just Saying Live. We right here each and every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And today's conversation is about perspectives. Here's number one. People change, so you learn to let go. Do we agree?
People change, so you learn to let go.
Well, it depends on what the nature of the change. Like if they're changing for the better, I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree.
Yeah, if you
explain.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't agree. People change so you could do better, you said? Or they could, what was the last part?
Oh, I said people change so you can learn to let go.
Let go.
Oh, yeah. No. I don't believe that, because just because they change, it could be for the better or the worse, doesn't mean that we have to let go. Because sometimes when people change, we are in that situation or with them to show them, just because you change, that's not the right way to go. We are there for a particular reason. What they say, a reason, a season, or whatever. So maybe it's not time for us to let go. Maybe it's time for us to stay there, help them, not hinder them, but show them the right way to go. They could be going the wrong way.
I think the thing that would help the most
toward relationships in that context, but I got you. I understand what you're saying.
I think the thing that would help the most in those situations is to understand the nature of the change. Like what's the reason behind what's going on with this change in this person?
Yeah,
I think if you can understand that, if you can understand the reason and not to be an armchair psychologist or anything, but just kind of understand the person that you're dealing with in totality, not just in the realm that you want to deal with them on. And
we are here, basically, ladies and gentlemen. We want to spark conversations that really matter. We want to move you into better places in your life, in your everyday situation with dealing with people. Right now, B. Jones says religion, politics, sexuality is some of the main topics where perspectives get pushed on to others as well, especially as facts. But it's just the opinion of these groups and just how they feel, not how everyone should feel. Okay. To a certain extent, I agree. But you can't tell people how to feel because those emotions are real. And that's what a lot of people negate, is the fact that that's a real issue to that person. Just because you haven't been through whatever experience it is that they've been through, you can't tell them how to feel about that because of their past.
That's what makes us different.
Right.
This makes us an individual. But I think there's a way, and I understand that you're saying what B. Joe is saying about religion, politics, and the sexuality are some of the types of perspectives that are pushed. But I don't necessarily think that things are pushed to where there should be a SOP, right? There should be a standard operating procedure how we need to move as society, so society won't go crazy or break apart, right? And so at that base level, we need to understand everybody need to be at that base level, and then from now you can do whatever you want to do. But at that base level, we got to do this.
B said after you start doing that, then that's when people start saying you acting funny. How well do we know that that's true? Because that's exactly what's gonna be said. Oh, she be acting funny. She crazy because she does not believe how you believe. Yeah, that's not right. People still will leave you when you changing for the better. You're right. People will,
because if they don't want to change.
Hey, we've had a conversation over here. A guy was telling his girlfriend he just wanted her to smoke cleaner, like be a cleaner smoker. not smoke other people's marijuana and things of this nature when she's out and blah, 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 just in case something happens to her. This is an example that I'm going to give because she felt like she was fine. She getting a little free weed here and there. She don't care, you know? But he was saying, clean yourself up, because to him, it looked like, oh, you just putting your mouth on all these people spitting, and you bringing it back to me. His point of view was plain and simple and clear to me when he said it. To her, it was like, you all in my business. You worrying about the wrong thing. But
that goes what we just stated. What we just stated about moving on. No, it's not. It's not time for you to move on. It's time for you to show that person that, hey, it's a better way of doing that. And I'm still here to help you. Because what you thought you was doing was good. No, it's unhealthy. So, you know.
We talked about this last week with friendships, about knowing when people are in your corner. We have to start we can't have all that coming in from the negative, the nannies, or whatever you want to call them. We have to start getting those people away from us. If you're not trying to push me to a better place, if you're not talking to me every day about how we about to make this next dollar, you need to move on, period. We're trying to do it. And if you can't support me in my endeavors by any means necessary, move on, do that. Now, here's my next point of view that I would like to put out there for you guys. Let's see. You believe lies so that you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself.
Oh, man.
Do you find this to be a true point of view? Do we make mistakes? Do we trust the wrong people so that we learn how to weed those people out? I think there's truth to that.
I think that's hustling backwards if you is doing it.
A lot of people do it then.
I mean,
a lot of people do it then.
That's true. That's true. But there's a lot stemming from our.
Read it one more time. I'm gonna read it one more time.
Read it one more time.
You believe lies so that you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself.
That's a broken person.
I'm not saying it's right to trust nobody but yourself. And I'm not saying that it is wrong. But when you think about it, lies will get you in a place of not wanting or fact checking what people say and how they handle you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just because
and we're talking about point of views, and I'm trying to change people's point of views on situation. Lies are a problem, but you don't know until, you know, the pimple pops, if you will. Kenny says that's a hurt person.
Yeah, and you believe you trusted no one but yourself. That's
so that part is bad of it. It's the bad.
You would want to, and so that's why I go back to, and we kind of talked about this last week. You want to be like you move and operate in the way that you would like to move and have things move and operated around you. And so, you know, I'm a real firm believer in creating your own world and your own experience. So like if you're doing if you're in that space emotionally and that's how you're making decisions, then that's how you're gonna be. Like you gotta fix that part.
Chris says you can't isolate yourself and expect others to maintain the same level of maturity. Stand on your core values and respect others. Let go and give it to God.
Yes.
To heal. Very true. I do believe that healing is a process. And if you've been lied to and you keep getting lied to, I do also feel like you do need to start protecting yourself when it comes to those things. So we're talking about
internal work.
Definitely on the inside. Now you ain't got to judge them and do whatever. Lying might be something they was taught as a young age, like Tucker said earlier. And they're just gonna be a liar, okay? But that doesn't mean everybody that you come into contact is that way. So y'all, we're talking about believing lies, and basically what Chris said here, isolating yourself because of it, because you want to be able to trust yourself. I don't necessarily think trusting yourself is a problem. I've stated that already. Trusting yourself is not a problem, but then that's when you come into the same thing, lean into your own understanding. I see he tried to go there real quick. leaning into your own understanding, which is also not always correct because you have different perspectives from everybody you come into contact with.
And even when some people call themselves or consider themselves leaning to their own understanding, which biblically speaking, they say that's wrong, but you know right from wrong. And I don't care what people claim to say or think or believe, you'll get that gut feeling that it's something within you to let you know this isn't right. And even if you get that bad feeling just for a second while you try to lean to your own understanding, you know it's not cool, you know it's not right, but you still continue to do the buffoonery.
Okay. So I did want to say this in regards to perspectives. There are several people out there on social media right now who have pages completely set up to give in their perspectives. I do sometimes like these pages because they give you a completely different outlook on ways that you weren't thinking about things. I'll make sure that I put in the comments one of the pages. Y'all can go and check it out. I think they're pretty cool to watch. You know, when it comes to posting, since we're talking about social media at this point, your perspective, how do you feel people receive you?
I feel as though they look at as, comical, funny, or somebody cool.
So you think that that's how people look at you?
Yeah. Some people
Okay.
are goofball.
Is that your goal? Is to be funny?
No, it's not my goal. It's just like some of the stuff I posted things. Some things I say and do. I like entertainment. I don't want to hurt nobody's feeling or nothing, but sometimes things happen, and if I do, I apologize for that. But I like entertainment. I like funny stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people perceive me as I am. I don't think about it like that, but all I do is project what goes on and kind of who I am in glimpses, right? And so I'm way doper, like my boy said, I'm way doper offline. I know what kind of person I am, what I stand for, and how I move. So that's kind of where my confidence comes from inside of me. And so I think that I just project that, you know what I'm saying? I just project who I am. I'm not trying to be anything but who I am and what I stand for. So that's how I hope, at least I hope that is how I receive. If not, then, either way, I'm good.
Well, I'm glad that they feel that way. I guess we're giving another woman perspective today. I don't think people perceive me as I am at all. I think that they completely don't get me. I think that I don't know what y'all be looking at. I think that people think I'm somebody completely different than who I am. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my perspective is something completely different, or I think of myself in some other light. But I think that people out there really don't know who the hell I am.
They don't know how to approach you. Let alone.
First of all, so go ahead, finish what you were saying.
No, I was just stating about how I believe some people perceive you. Even though what you do for the community, what you do on social media, what you do for the show, family, friends, and so forth, when they actually meet you or see you, they're, I guess, lost for words and don't know how to approach you. And then they feel as though some even told me, "Oh, she mean," and I laugh. She mean?
I just want to tell Chris, thank you so much. Yes, we have great perspectives and personalities. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, people think I'm mean, and I mean I get all this stuff. I'm two-faced, and I'm like, first of all, I gotta have two friends to be two-faced.
And we know limited.
I'm like, where y'all be coming from with all this stuff? I did have a very my upbringing was different. You know, my mom used to say different stuff like never have one boyfriend. Like Tucker was talking about past experience and things that mold you, and things like that do mold you. But where y'all don't, I would just, I don't know. I don't know what they be thinking.
Yeah. I
You
know
know,
that.
you haven't known me nearly as long as Anthony has, but I'm gonna tell you, before people actually know me, they be on some whole other, they be on something else. And I know you know, because I'm sure somebody probably said something to you about it before you started talking to me or fooling with me or whatever. And even if they didn't, it's crazy that things happen that way. So just be careful what y'all hear about other people. Take opportunities to get to know people yourselves. I know Tucker and Anthony say that they have a good projection and that people are receiving them the right way on social media. I don't necessarily feel that way.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that is it because of what you project out there, or is it just their reception of it? Like, how do you feel like about what you put on social media for people to
I'm gonna read
receive?
this comment and then I'm gonna answer your question. It says there's a
Okay.
lot of jealousy around you. Let's just put it out there. IJS.
I mean, I agree with that.
I can't do nothing but agree. I wish that people were not that way. I can't do nothing about it. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna keep pushing every day. That's just who I am. That's how I've been raised up. That's what's inside of me, is to keep pushing. It don't matter who say what about it. But then to your question, Tucker, in regards to, is it what I put out there? If traveling ain't something y'all like, if events and shows and my husband and my kids ain't something that y'all like, I can't do nothing about that. I feel like
No, I say that for a reason.
Okay,
Stay right there.
let me finish. I can't do nothing about that. But my priorities and your priorities are something completely different. I am married with kids. All my kids stay in my house. Look, period. Okay. Let's just, I can't do nothing but be real. And this is really me being me. This is how I am every day when y'all can't see me behind the scenes. I'm just telling you the truth. It is what it is. I support my friends, my family. I take care of everybody around me as if they are family. Okay. Period. And so that's why if you don't act accordingly, you got to go. You got to go. And I'm most less likely let you leave yourself, because I'm a great person. I'm giving you many chances. So I don't think it's that I'm putting anything out there necessarily. I don't feel like I'm coming off arrogant or whatever. I'm just living my life.
I agree.
You just being you. Go ahead, Chuck. What you say?
I said that because I wanted to make sure that a lot of people be like, well, you know, people perceive you how you project and right, about social media. And I wanted to make sure that you highlight the things that you put out there, because it's not always what you put out there, is how people receive it, right? And so how people receive it is within their perspective of how within they feel about themselves, right? And so, you know, especially when you're doing things how you doing, anybody putting no crazy stuff out there. We putting,
Right,
like you said, about your life.
somebody said I look like I'm selling sex. I was like, I don't have not one bikini picture, and I got plenty of them because I stay in a swimsuit when I'm out.
Right,
out
but
of
you don't even you don't project yourself in that way.
You know what I'm saying? I could really turn up on y'all if I wanted to, but I don't. I done got too old for that. I ain't be out there with y'all doing all that. Like, but people will still come at me like that. So I don't know.
And see, I don't know, man. I just know that a lot of people are not secure within themselves, not happy with their lives, and so when they look and see things going on social media, they get mad, they get jealous, and they feel those insecurities on themselves, like, why not me, or my, you know what I'm saying?
Malone says perception is key, but still not factual.
There you go.
Social media has a lot of people confused, but I'm gonna tell you, this smile in my picture with my mouth wide open and all that, while y'all talking about whatever y'all talking about, is real. Because I be having a good time, and I'm gonna keep on having a good time. Let's see what else we have here. Agreed. All right, we got a long comment. I'm gonna read it out real quick, and we're gonna keep pushing. Man, I've been knowing you the longest out of all of us, and one thing I can say, Tennille has been the same and will go to war for you if she cares about you. Support everyone supports everyone, and to see all those people not supporting her is some BS. But 2024, we not doing that. So know that this friend may call your ass out this year. I'm just saying. Okay, we got call outs happening. I'm gonna keep on pushing. Thank you so very much for that. I think that both of you guys present well on social media. You know, sometimes I wish you would post more of your family stuff because I do really, really like to support African-American men who are there for their children. And both of these guys, that is one of the top things that I would like to applaud them on, because it's too easy to walk away. But it's hard to be present every day. Okay. So that's to my feelings right there. Now,
appreciate it.
You're welcome. We're gonna do our movie scoop, and then I'm gonna have to come up with another name for social unrest, because sometimes I just like to highlight phenomenal Black people out there, Black characters, whatever, and that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna talk about some people who did some great things. But before we do that, we're gonna talk about our movie review. Now, y'all know I have been hooked on Tubi, especially over the holiday break. So I had to get off of Tubi and jump back onto Netflix, okay? Leave the World Behind. Before I get into, it was Julia Roberts is the leading actress here. Let's say this. This movie left me kind of on a cliffhanger for me. But Anthony, tell us a little bit about what you thought about the movie.
I thought about an invasion.
Let me give you the premise. Let me give y'all the premise of the movie first, okay? Before he gets into this, so you can know exactly what we're talking about. So this movie is about a family, and they're on vacation on Long Island, okay? Now, that's out in the water, basically surrounded by water. And it's interrupted by two strangers who bring news of a blackout. Now, this is not only a blackout, but I mean, this is a countrywide, what is it? What's the space things that
cyber attack with the satellites?
Everything, satellites falling out the sky, planes falling out the sky. It's bad, okay? It's the end of the world.
It's like the whole world getting hit by an EMP. If you know what an EMP is, like takes out everything electronic.
Right. So as the threat grows, both families must decide how best to survive the potential crisis, all while grappling with their place in this collapsing world. So they're trying to figure their way out, or what they're going to do next, what their next steps are going to be, because this has just happened to them. And they're faced with a whole nother family that they're having to deal with, because they just so happen to be in their home. They were at an Airbnb at the time. So this made it very real for me, because my family is always at the Airbnbs. Okay. So I felt like, ooh, this could be real, and what do you do? Because you cannot get home. You cannot get home. So it left me on a cliffhanger at the end, but what would you do? This movie is definitely going to make you think about what would you do if it came time for end of the world. And then there's a little racial tension. There's a lot of little things going on in this movie. All that comes to surface. I definitely need you guys to check out Leave the World Behind. And when you get the chance, make sure you DM us and tell us what you thought about the movie. Because we love our movie scoops. Actually, we're going to try to pop out and go see the Book of Clarence real quick, too. So we got to make sure we talk about that one next week. Go ahead, Tuck.
Real quick fact on that movie. Obama had his thumbprint all over that movie. Just
that's
FYI.
True.
And it's a lot of, like, he kind of got it to move the movie in a way where how things would happen in those scenarios from that perspective.
Because there was the aspect of the government officials who knew information, but were not privileged or not at liberty to tell commoners. So I don't want to tell y'all too much. It was good. It's different. It's definitely different. And I also really like that they included the young Black actress. I cannot remember her name, but she was in that other stock show that I really liked. They did kind of hoe her out in the movie, but that's how we kind of got to get in still, even in 2024. But it's okay. That in this one, she all right. So she didn't have to do as much as she did in the other one. But I definitely want y'all to go and see this. Now, I told you guys that I wanted to talk to you about some phenomenal things that had happened. Tucker sent me this to my Instagram. It was on Boss Chicks, which is a page that I am now following. Y'all know I like to go out there and give good follow. Okay. The Nigerian woman shares the demo of her AI phone invention. Now y'all have to go watch these videos because it is even includes a holographic display, a lie detector, built-in charger, and a tracking system. For you ladies out there who got the men that y'all want to be catching up with, this is the thing to get. Now, she needs to find a way to make it more affordable because right now, I think she said the prototype was about $3,000 or $4,000 for it. But how many women do you know would like to have an in-pocket lie detector test? How many men?
I don't think they want. I don't think they really want them problems. I don't think the women want them problems. Because see, it's a double-edged sword.
They do.
I don't think they want them problems.
They do.
I definitely wouldn't use it on myself.
You
understand what I'm saying? Like, if it was my phone, you're not gonna tell me, well, let me check you. No, bruh.
That's exactly how it go.
Nah, this my phone. I paid for this phone. So I thought that was something that you guys needed to go and check out. It's something phenomenal that she has invented. I don't know how far or how well it's gonna go, but I'm here for it.
It's gonna bring up a lot of relationships.
Now, I know this is a gory picture, so I'm not going to leave it up too long, but we were just talking about fathers. Oh, it says it will just be, so here we go. So she said it will just be confirmation for me. Okay, I understand. Michigan father rushes into a burning home to save his 18-month-old twin daughters. Okay, now I know that the girls are not 18 months in this picture, but this man went back into a fire to save his children. That story for me, even if it's not just current, like it wasn't like last week or nothing like that. You know, it take a while for the media and stuff to get a hold of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, that is an act of selflessness for your children. You know, normally we hear about, women going above and beyond and this, that, and the other. This was really above and beyond for this man to run into this. I mean, I don't want to say it's above and beyond. It's a fatherly duty. That's what he did. And he saved this girl. He took that and he did it. And so I'm very happy about that. Y'all know I like to highlight people who did a good thing. And up in Michigan, that. So I want to give him a round of applause for that. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:20. Fellas, y'all know I wanted to talk about Unison. For some reason, I cannot get the flyer over here to do right. Unison, ladies and gentlemen, is coming up in Dallas. I know you probably saw on my story at IJS Live that the couples events is going back down. I've told y'all several times, maybe you might need to make it a date night with somebody you're trying to move to the next level with, because it's that kind of party. But Dallas, Texas, Fresno, if you will, please definitely go check out Unison. My friend Olivia is throwing that event again. It is for couples. Make sure that you check it out. I will post the flyer on my page later today so you can get the information so that you can register and go to the event. Now, also this weekend, trail ride, warm-up ride with Wild Bunch out in Montgomery, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I will be there, okay?
I'm riding a horse.
You gonna ride your horse this weekend?
I'm gonna give me a cowboy hat and everything.
He ready, Anthony. He said he's ready, man.
Let's go.
Coach Tuck.
We might have to put him on.
High stepping by the rodeo now.
We might have to. Oh, you gonna be ready? He's gonna be a walking horse rider at that. A walking horse rider.
We got to call Casual Reese up. Get you a walker.
Oh God, we got one now. Casino is a walking horse.
Okay.
I don't want to be doing all that. Hell.
Oh gosh. So make sure that you come on out. When they're throwing these trail ride events around this time, ladies and gentlemen, that means that they are trying to render support for their club for the week-long ride. We cannot wait. I cannot wait to show you my day-to-day when it comes. So I'm super excited about that. If anybody wants to buy me those Ray-Bans that I can go live from, I I would love for you to send that right on direct. All you have to do is DM me. I will send you my address. Send them to me because I need them for while I'm riding my horse so y'all can see firsthand footage of what's going to be going on for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Parade this year. Okay, so we'll be coming in on the 7-day ride, and I can't wait to show it all to you coming from Prairie View because I am a proud member of Prairie View Trail Ride Association. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another episode of I'm Just Saying Live. Fellas, tell them where they can follow you on social media.
Oh, you can follow me on IG, call me _and_, or you can catch me on Snapchat, Team Thomas 4. I'll be there.
At Real Coach Tuck on IG. Hey, you know what it is.
And I am
Facebook.
Tennille. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I'm Tennille Thomas, your host, ladies and gentlemen. You can find me at AUA Charity on Instagram so that you can support our charitable efforts, and at IJS Live. Bye.
Peace.